Hey everybody, Gerry from Toffee Blue View here with this impromptu opening. It's a disclaimer of sorts. You just need to know that the following segment about Ashley Williams was filmed before the Wales-Ireland World Cup qualifier. Yeah, so, be gentle, be aware that my opinion has shifted. Edwards is probably pretty much the same. But yeah, I'll be giving a revised opinion at the end, so stay tuned for that. All the information was not available. I'm just saying, and now it is. Okay. Talk soon. Bye. Welcome to Toffee Blue View, your source for all things Everton. I am still Gerry. He is still Edward. Yay. Now's the time when we talk about one specific player. And this week we're discussing yet another polarizing figure. He was purchased to be an immediate rock in our defense. And last season, he was all right. But this season, his mental lapses have driven us, mental? Yeah? So yeah. We need to talk about Williams. Question number 1. Edward, do you think Koeman sees Ashley Williams as a starter at centre back for Everton, and should he?
Sees him as a centre back, shouldn't be a centre back at starting. I think he sees him as the starter because he doesn't see Jagielka that have the legs anymore, and he doesn't see Holgate as having enough experience, which in all fairness is true, but Williams, he doesn't play for the club like Jagielka does, and he doesn't have the energy that I personally think Jagielka does. I think Jagielka's got a lot more. So, no, he shouldn't be starting, in my opinion. What about you?
Situationally, I do think he should be starting. Yeah, I know. I mean, here's a question. This is what I ask myself. All right, because I see a lot of people clamoring for Mason Holgate to start instead of Williams, to see Keane and Holgate. They think that those two would make a good pairing. I also think that, but only against teams like Bournemouth that are super quick up front, and I think that would maybe be a good fit for Holgate to start. But who do you trust more in a derby? You know?
It's got to be Williams.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Holgate's not got the experience to... See, I think he can do. I think Holgate could put up a good job, but to know the instant quality straight away, Jagielka or Williams, or even Funes Mori. We keep forgetting about him. I think a lot of Evertonians keep forgetting about the fact that he's still injured. So when he comes back, you never know, it could be for the derby. That would be pretty intense.
Williams' dip in form comes at a time when Everton as a whole just look really disjointed. Is that a coincidence and he's playing, or is it a coincidence and the real reason he's playing poorly is due to his age and the fact that he's just getting on, he's starting to lose his legs? Or is it just the whole dark cloud over Everton affecting him as well?
I think it's a bit of both, to be honest. I think it's a bit of both. Obviously, most centre-backs at that sort of age, they do start to dwindle anyway because of the age, because of the lack of pace, and the lack of intensity that they can put up with. As well, you look at how, like you say, this dark cloud over Everton, a lot of players are like that at the minute because of the way just the situation is at the minute. We're just above relegation, so obviously a lot of people are going to be disheartened by that. I don't know, what about you?
See what happened this past week gives me questions. Because apparently when he played for Wales against Georgia, apparently he looked solid. Apparently he played well. All right? So now, is that a case of him knowing his fellow Welsh players and their system and kind of, having been a part of that, that's easy for him to step into? Or is it because they're playing weaker opposition? I don't know that... I know it's not like Georgia is the worst international team out there, but they're not in the top international teams.
It's always gonna be a different intensity, no matter what type of game you play. It's always going to be different compared to the Premier League. It always is. So I mean, you're going to see the likes of Delafeu, who may not have been great in the Premier League last season, whenever it was, but he was brilliant in Serie A. He's the same player, just in a different league. It's the same with Williams. He obviously not great in Premier League, but brilliant for Wales. But then there's also the thing about motivation, isn't it? Where Everton was a team he came to, he was bought by Everton. Swansea he was brilliant at because it was almost a bit like they brought him up through the leagues. In Wales, it's playing for your country. You're obviously going to have that motivation, and the quality is going to go up.
Yeah, I think there's still a quality center back there. I think the calls for him to be benched are justified because he's made a lot of mental errors lately. He really has.
I actually think the bench will probably do him good.
I agree. I totally agree. But do I think he's part of our best center back pairing right now?
No.
I do. I actually disagree with you on that. I do. I think I would still play Jags over him because he's had a little poor run, but I still would play Williams in the derby beside Keane. I would.
But then Jagielka can't score a screamer in front of the cop.
I saw somebody post that on Twitter the other day, and I still got chills watching that. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, so last question. In the end, when it's all said and done, will Evertonians see Williams as a quality purchase?
Possibly. I could see why. Because he is a good centre-back, but he's not the centre-back he was for Swansea. So I think he'll be one of those where some people will say yes, some people will say no. I personally think he was just, for what I feel he was intended for, as in like a stop, temporary, yes. I think he was a quality purchase for that.
I agree. I think he had a solid year last year, and I think some of his struggles are due to in-house, negativity. I think it just affects a lot of your mindsets and a lot of these players' mindsets, and I think it leads to more mental errors. As a veteran, it really shouldn't be the case with him, which is why I think a little benching would be good. But I will still look back on him and say, yeah, that was a good signing for what was it, 12 million, 14 million? It wasn't that much. Like that. It wasn't that much for a starting center back. I like Williams, but everybody's saying that he's made mistakes. He has. They're so right. A performance like he had for Wales the other day, that just, to me, shows that there's just a lot more wrong with Everton right now.
Yeah.
Okay, ready for my revised opinion? Here it is. I think Williams is getting older. And I don't really think that he should be starting with any kind of regularity in the Premier League. In the game against Ireland, he pretty much gave them their goal. Just absolutely diabolical. So yeah, what I'm saying here is I was wrong. I mean, he was just so sloppy. And it's the same thing he was doing for Everton. So in conclusion, my bad. Just saying. All right. I'll bite the bullet on this one. All right, go to the end of the video. I reckon that's it for We Need to Talk About Williams. If you're enjoying the content on this YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. We need the likes and subscriptions. It's like our lifeblood. Also check out Edward's channel. It has good stuff. FIFA vids and Everton vlogs. He has a lot of footage at Goodison and at the games. It's pretty awesome. But that's it. Thanks so much, and goodbye.